Now, I wanted to bring up another question, which I know that it's still going back to the procrastination in a way, is, how, we've talked about how we get inside ourselves. So how do we get that out so that we stop not doing the ebooks and stop not putting the courses together and stop not, if you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right. I would say that once we discover our inner self, right, like what are things that we take up most or what are things that we procrastinate, once we are aware, that is when the next step is to ask yourself, what is the simplest thing that you can do now to change just a bit of it?
Just one thing, yeah.
Just one thing.
Yep.
You don't need to just you do not need to always I need to do that and just change my whole self and transform. No. Transformation is a process itself. And and that brings to actually the point, which is to allow yourself to go through that process and journey and embrace it as you go along the way. When you are aware and when you attempt to do something or set goals to do something and not stop yourself from doing it, is to think what it can lead you to. That is one thing for sure. And also bring back to the alignment of whether it really brings back to your goals.
Yes. I totally agree. I totally agree there, because a lot of people are going, I want to make this amount of money, but what does that look like? It's all well and good to put a figure on it. That's fantastic. If that's your brain works that way, that's great. But really, what deep down does that make you feel inside when you've achieved it? Like, saying you want to earn $500 a week, what does it make you feel? What does it give you? What regard? Because I think a lot of people are finding that it's all about money and they're not thinking the mindset side. You got any tips about how to sort of switch the brain over?
Okay. Usually people will tend to be money-centered because they think of the short-term gain that they can receive, because they have these particular challenges at the moment that they will need to really address to, very, very quickly, something like that. But they miss the seeing that everything takes time. That's one. Secondly, when you're talking about the mindset shift, the paradigm shift, that will be when you actually really, let me just try to simplify this in a way and not get too flowery.
Don't want the woohoo.
I don't want the woohoo, but it's really it's really something that you will need to give yourself time on. That's one. Secondly, to attain that mindset shift is to have that happiness centered in you. Because think about it, if you to earn $500, $5,000, $50,000 a week or a month or whatever it is that you aim for, how does that makes you feel? How does that contributes to where you are at the moment and how you see yourself change in the future?